From wild and wonderful southern West Virginia, Mr. Griffith Arises presents ATSBS News. Hey, this is Mr. Griffin, and welcome to Mr. Griffith Arises, and welcome to ATSBS News. Man, this is ex-NFL player Buster Bennett, who apparently is not satisfied enough with doing his wife, apparently decided to have some cheese on the side. Well, the cheese on the side piece decided she wanted to be the main chick, but she couldn't be the main chick. So, according to FoxNews.com, yes, I rarely touch Fox News, but on this one I said, what the heck, because everybody else is reporting this as well. An ex-NFL player's mistress kidnapped his wife and shot her to death before turning the gun on herself, police said. Lisa Brown, a 49-year-old mistress of former Buffalo Bills tight end Buster Barnett, was being pursued by Georgia cops on Thursday when she stopped at the middle of the highway, shot 58-year-old Sandra Barnett, and then committed suicide. Police said Brown was upset about a trip the Barnetts had planned together, according to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. After confronting Buster at his place of business, Brown sought out Sandra, a middle school special needs teacher. Sandra was on the phone with a friend named Rudy Chester when Brown approached her house. I knew something was wrong by the sound of her. I knew by the sound of her voice that something was wrong, Chester told My Fox Atlanta. She said, "Open this door or you will die. Open this door." Chester called co-worker to check on Sandra, and when he arrived, according to the police report, he spotted a suspicious woman on the premises. The co-worker called the police, but Brown and Sandra were gone by the time the cops showed up. When the police finally caught up to Brown's SUV, she led them on a high-speed chase that ended in tragedy just over the Alabama state line. Brown's home and Dodge Durango were both in Buster's name, a police spokesperson for the Journal-Constitution said. Quote, Lisa Brown was actually on probation for kidnapping out of the state of Texas, unquote. She had kidnapped her child that she had lost custody of, and the jurisdiction down there had to track her for like 3 days to find her, unquote. This comes from the cops through NBC affiliate 11 Alive. An 11th round draft pick for the Bills in 1981, Barnett played in 56 games with the Buffalo Bills from 1981 to 1984. He started 8 games, catching 26 passes for 236 yards and 1 touchdown. Like we give a rat's ass about that last part. Anyway, if you've ever followed my Adventures in Dating series from my old channel, Mr. Griffith, and even my current version on Mr. Griffin, if you ever follow that, then you know my stance on it. I mean, I understand why some people may cheat, but I would highly recommend not do that, because this is the kind of shit that can happen. And to you women who want this man, but this man is not totally free, and you choose to sleep with him anyway, you selling yourself cheap. And in a way, that married person, that's how they view you. They just view you as a side piece to get what either they're too greedy, sexual speaking, or they're getting what they're not getting at home, but they won't leave their wife because it's too costly or whatever. And to the wives of these type of men, I mean, if you're not aware of it, that's one thing. But if you're aware of it and you're putting up with it, I can't feel much sympathy for you. because there's all kinds of options for you. But in any case, this is a tragic, tragic situation. Miss Brown, in my opinion, should have just left him alone. It sounds like she had other problems besides this. She should have focused on getting herself better and getting her own problems straightened out instead of worried about trying to take another woman's husband from her. In any case, a young child has now lost their mother. Well, actually, two sets of children, because I'm sure they didn't mention it, but it's possible Mr. Bennett and his wife did have children. Someone's lost a mother, a wife, a sister, an aunt, another one, even though she was the lunatic that caused all this, they've lost, little child's lost their mom. And ultimately the blame is this Buster Bennett, that guy. Because if he'd have kept it in his pants and just stayed with his wife, none of this would have happened. So there's blame to go around. The real innocent victim is actually the wife, Sandra. She's the real innocent victim in all this. Buster Bennett would have kept his pants up. Away from that, none of this would have happened. Lisa Brown, if she would have had a better self-esteem of herself and stayed away from a married man or a man that's spoken for, this wouldn't have happened. So the only real innocent party here is Sandra. And that's the real tragedy. She basically had to pay for for her husband and his mistress, basically their fuckery. And that's this edition of ATSBS News. For those of you that don't know what ATSBS means, it simply means ain't this some bullshit. I'm out. I'm Irvin Griffin. Have a nice day, folks.